Law of attraction is really easy. When you want something, it becomes a vibrational reality immediately. When that rocket launches from you, it shoots forward and becomes this vibrational reality. And that vibrational reality, it will become a physical reality. It will become a physical reality. And it's all up to you though. It's all up to you. And it's great that your vibrational reality is a vibration. But here's the thing, we're not here to talk about how to have just a vibrational reality. We want your vibrational reality. We want your thoughts. We want your hopes and desires that are now in the form of vibration. We want them to become a physical reality because we know they can. All you have to do is learn how to use the law of attraction deliberately, to think deliberately, to offer your thought deliberately. So it's really simple. So you want it, it becomes a vibrational reality, and then your inner being is in your vibrational reality. So the second that you're desired, the second that you want it, it becomes immediately yours. It's yours. It has your name on it. No one else can take it. It's a done deal. It's inevitable. Your inner being becomes the vibrational equivalent of it. Your inner being, who is really who you are, who you were before you came into this body, who you still are, who you are in this source energy, in this non-physical game. You have your inner being, and your inner being is over there standing in your vibrational reality, living all of your desires. Because when you want something, your inner being thinks only about it. Your inner being is like, okay, they want money. We're rich. Because when law of attraction is responding, because here's the thing, you have a point of attraction, and your inner being has a point of attraction. So when your inner being is having law of attraction respond to its point of attraction, it has no resistance. So law of attraction is going like, here you go, here you go. So that means that your inner being is literally living all of your desires, is living everything, is a vibrational equivalent. And that's really great for your inner being. But what about for you? How do you make that jump? How do you allow yourself to receive everything that you have put into your vortex and that your inner being is now enjoying on your behalf? How do you do that? Well, first you have to accept that your desires are a vibrational reality that will turn into things. But the thing is, you have to be up to speed with them. And what that means is you have to enjoy the vibrational version of them. You have to look for the resonance of your desire. You have to feel for the resonance of your desire, because the first sign of your manifestation is an emotion. But the thing is, in feeling the improved emotion, you feel the improved emotion and then you want the physical reality. As soon as the desire is born without you, born from you, born as a result of your experiencing of the opposite of what you want, as this desire is born from you, then you want it immediately. You want the physical manifestation immediately. And here's the thing, it's not that you can't have it immediately, it's that it's all about your perception. So you're not able to perceive it, because in the same moment that you know what you want, you know what you don't want, and vice versa. But here's the thing, when the presence of what you want, when the rocket is shot out of you, then you're most likely, and 99% of the time, you're standing in the absence of what you want. The physical reality is now reflecting the absence of what you want. So right now, your desire is physically absent. So that means that if you're spending all of your time responding and observing reality, then you can't get around that. So we're telling you, there's this vibrational reality, and it's a real reality, and that's really the sales pitch. We want this vibrational reality to feel so real to you that your desires don't feel absent. They feel real, because the emotion is what you're really looking for. The emotion is the manifestation. It's a real manifestation, because when that emotional manifestation is your real manifestation and you accept it and you love it, then the physical manifestation is really fast, because you can't have something active in your vibration for very long before it literally comes into your experience, wanted or unwanted. It's just the nature of this vibrational universe. So when you notice that something is absent, usually the presence of it is activated in your vibrational reality. It's real. It becomes activated as a result of your asking. But the thing is, right now, all you're seeing is absence. It's absent right now. And so you tell everyone it's absent, it's absent. People look at you and they're like, well, all this is absent. What are you going to do about it? And so this is what our physical friends do. They, from their noticing the absence of their desire, they're offering all their attention. They notice it's absent and they're like, okay, what are some process that I can do? What can I do to make it come to me? And we just have to say that any action, any thought, any process that you offer from the noticing of the absence of what you want, it's very futile, because it's resistant and it has no real leverage. It has no alignment. It didn't come from the receiving mode of source. It came from the receiving mode of fear. You're worried about timing, so you need to hurry along. You don't like the vibrational version. You don't accept that there's a vibrational version. You want the physical version. And here's the thing, we want you to want the physical version, because you came here for this physical experience. You came here for your thoughts to turn into things. But we don't want the thoughts that have the things, we don't want them to screw you over. We don't want the things to be the only goal, because here's the thing, if the things are the only goal, if the things are all you're looking for and they're not here yet and they're absent, then you can't get around that. You can't get around reality. You can't get around this physical reality. You have to understand that there's another reality that's almost under it or precedes it, and that is the vibrational reality. And even if you don't believe it, meaning there's no emotional like knowing yet, but yet it's logically makes sense to you that, okay, logically I understand that it's there, and logically I can make my way towards there, then even then there's still that knowing. Even then there's that feeling of resonance with source. Even then there's that bridge that you're building, and eventually you will really believe it because you're going to start to see results. And here's the thing about your desires. You have to love the vibrational version of them, because now your goal isn't just to have it. Now your intention, through understanding that the feeling is what you want, you're reaching for the resonance, you're reaching for the dream. You don't care so much about the conditions, you don't care about where the money comes from. You just love the feeling of having a lot of money. You're dreaming about it, you're in the daydream. Because here's the thing, when you're trying to fix the absence through action, it doesn't work. But you have to fix the action, or you have to fix the action through alignment. You have to align your energies, and then the action will be inspired. Because we're not saying don't do action. We're just saying the action has to come from the receiving mode of source, and then the action will yield you a lot more. And the action is so, it's not even that it's a lot of action. It just feels so natural. It feels so sure. You feel so sure about it. It feels so clear. No one can convince you otherwise. And you do it, and then you see it, and you're like, wow, that came from source. That impulse came from source. That's what everyone who's a genius, that's what they're doing. They're connecting to that broader view. They're connecting to that broader genius, and that's where they're getting all their genius ideas from, which makes a lot of sense, because no one is getting information from other worlds. No one is getting a pipeline of information that's being fed from another world. All the resources are coming as a result here. Vibrations are turning into things. Dreams are turning into realities. So when we're talking about dreams turning into realities, you have to just allow, and you have to look for the resonance with your desire, the dream. The dream has to be about how it feels. And we're gonna tell you the power of your daydream, the power of your dream, the power of talking about your desire isn't about how frequently you talk about it. It's about how good you feel about it. The power of your daydream is not about how specific it is. It's about how good it feels. That's the power that you're looking for, because there's power and there's pleasure. It goes hand in hand. It's about how good it feels. And if the dream isn't feeling good to you, there's only one reason why: you've brought reality into it. And isn't that really interesting? Because when you notice the absence of what you want, you take action to get over the absence. But we're saying the absence of what you want, when you observe it, it comes with an emotion, and it comes with an emotion that usually doesn't feel good. So we're saying you have to understand that right now there's no action, there's nothing that you can do to make the money come. It's not because the money's being given to you. It's because you're not able to perceive it. You're vibrationally blind because you're not used to the money that you have put into your vortex. You're not up to speed with it. You're not emotionally up to speed. But when you don't understand that you're not vibrationally, emotionally up to speed, when you don't understand that this isn't a vibrational game, when you understand only action and sacrifice, then you're trying to get up to speed with your desire by physically going there. But the thing is, where are you going? There's nowhere to go. It's all about tuning. It's about tuning your frequency right now where you stand, aka feeling better, aka making peace with your reality. Because here's the thing, everything is coming to you. You're the cooperative component. Do you notice that when you try to get there, you never get there? Because here's the thing, there's no there. It all comes here. There's only now. And even the future, it just becomes another now. It becomes now and now. So you're just living a series of nows. And the more nows you spend feeling as good as you can, tuning your frequency, feeling as good as you can, going general, going easy, then life not only gets better, but it gradually feels better. And then the results start to roll in. So let's sum it up in a way where you can take it away and you can really apply it. So we discussed that we understand this. We understand that when you want something, of course it's going to be absent, because the desire itself was born from the absence. And when it's born from the absence, that means that you're usually looking at the absence. And because you're looking at the absence, you can't go right to the presence. Not because source isn't offering it, not because it's impossible, and not because instant manifestation is impossible. It's because you're not familiar with the frequency of the presence of your desire. You're only familiar with the absence because the presence was born from the absence, and you're observing the absence. So then you have to get the presence to be really familiar too. You have to talk about it, you have to pretend it, you have to enjoy the idea of it. But then this is where things get very interesting, because if you talk about your desire, if you talk about the reason why you want it, if you do processes and you're in it for the result, and you're not in it for the feeling, but you're in it for the result, then you're never gonna get there. Then every process is not gonna work, because every process is not about going anywhere. Every process is about doing and being where you are right now and releasing resistance. That's a true law of attraction process. It's about reducing resistance, which means feeling better, feeling relief where you stand right now. It's not about going anywhere. It's about being where you are, being in your career that you don't like, with your body that you don't like, and reaching for thoughts that feel better. Because in doing that, you set up a new grid. In doing that, you reach for new thoughts. In doing that momentum, the law of attraction responds to you differently because you're different. So here's the thing. there's that balance. There's that allowing. That's that allowing that we're talking about, because we're not talking about effort. What we're talking about is pleasure. What we're talking about is feeling good. Do you remember when life was just about feeling good? Do you remember when you were kids and life was about no responsibility? You were not trying to prove yourself to anyone. You were just trying to have fun and then fun and fun. That's what life exactly is still is. There's nothing serious going on here. Look at the critters and beasts of your world. They're telling you everything isn't going exactly as we all knew it was going to be when we hopped into this physical time and space. So that's the thing. There's nothing really serious going on, but you could be having more fun, because here's the thing. Every moment could yield to you so much more satisfaction, especially when you're not waiting for manifestations, because when you wait for manifestations, they never come. You can wait your entire life for them. You can wait lifetimes for them, and usually people do. A lot of people will have to croak into their non-physical selves again in order to really fully enjoy everything that they put into their vortex, but not you. We know that you can get up to speed with all of your desires, because all it means is finding resonance with it and letting the resonance be enough. It's almost like, when you think about your desire and you're a match to it, and so basically what that means is you just think about your desire and it feels good to you, it feels good to you, it feels good to you, then that momentum is rolling. You found the vibrational channel of your desire. You found the very exact place where law of attraction will respond to you. Basically, you found your receiving mode. And as long as you stay in that receiving mode, that's the thing. As long as you stay in that receiving mode, then law of attraction has to give it to you. It's the law. So you talk about why you want it, you script it, you see it in your mind, and it just feels good. It just feels light, and it feels really easy. So in that light and easy feeling, then that's all you have to do. You have to keep that dream alive. But here's the thing, there's still a reality that you have to deal with. There's still a reality that you're looking at. But that's the thing though. When you notice the absence of what you want, you have to put above the physical manifestation the feeling, because ultimately you can't take the physical journey right now. You can't get out to the other side. Realistically speaking, $10,000, $1 million is not going to deposit into your account in the next 2 minutes. So this is not about physically going anywhere. It's about being where you are and feeling good, and feeling as good as you can, and doing whatever you can to feel better. So we say it's about getting up to speed with your desire. It's about emotion. It's about feeling better about your desire. It's about not looking so much at the absence, but feeling for the presence. Because here's the thing, that's the thing about the vortex. You have to feel for it. You have to feel for your desire, because you can't see it. You have to feel for it. And that's the thing. The feeling has to be enough. The feeling has to be enough. The feeling is a manifestation, because the feeling is what you really want. All you want is that thing to come, that sucker, that desire to come right here in front of your eye, so that you can have the emotional response. But we're saying, if you can have the emotional response right now, then you've won. You've won not only in the sense where you're eternally having a good time, but you're happy and you get everything, because now you understand all I have to do is want it, and then not be mad that it's not here. I just have to keep talking about why I love it. I just have to keep seeing it in my mind, and then it slowly makes its way to me, and it makes its way to me really fast. Because when that emotional manifestation comes, when you're thinking about your desire, when the first sign of your manifestation is that emotion. So now that you have that emotion, that knowing, you just know, like, I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be famous, things are gonna be easier for me, I'm gonna just have it. I just know, because a lot of the times, especially in this generation and the people who are on earth right now, and even the new ones coming in, you know who you are. You know more clearly who you are, because you didn't forget. That's the thing. Everyone came here knowing, but less and less are forgetting, because this is a time of awakening. So less and less are forgetting. So most of you didn't forget. But the thing is, in your not forgetting, in your knowing who you were, you looked at reality and you're like, well, I don't see anything that I want here. So that must mean that this is not who I really am. But we're saying, when you're young, you're in the vortex and you catch whiffs of who you are. That's the thing about getting up to speed vibrationally with your source energy. That's the thing about going into the vortex. Your whole frequency tunes, your whole perception tunes, and it tunes to a high flying place. So it's like, you know more than you should, and it's like reality is, you're at odds with it, because you're like, well, is reality right, or am I right? Because I don't see evidence. But we're saying you're right, because that knowing is an emotion. It came from the vortex. But here's the thing, you have to just know. You have to allow the knowing to just be enough. The knowing has to be enough. It's like, your job is not to right now go get in your car and drive all the way over there. Your job is to just be where you are and just be on the road and drive. But because it's not getting about there. It's not getting there is not what this is all about. What this is all about is standing where you are right now and finding resonance with your dream, just for the feeling good of it. Feeling good for feeling good's sake will get you everywhere that you want. Because here's the thing, and this is a law of attraction thing. There's no exception to the law of attraction. So if what you want is not working, it's because you're not happy. You're dissatisfied with the state of your desire. You're dissatisfied with the subject, because it's not the way you want it to be. But we're saying you're eternally going to be incomplete. So like, you have to get over the gap. You have to get over the fact that right now you don't have all these physical things. You have to love the dream of them. The dream has to be enough. You have to be like, you know what? I can have whatever I want, because I can achieve the feeling, and that's enough for me. That's enough. And not because I don't believe I can't have a physical thing. No, I'm gonna have the physical thing. But when I feel the emotion of it, when I think about why I want it, when I dream about it, when I allow the daydreams about it, that's what my life is about. That's what my life is about. My life is about fun. And that's the thing. That's what your life is about. It's about fun. It's about the journey. It's about the resonance with the desire. That's your new standard. That's your new what you're looking for. That's your job now. It's finding resonance with your desire, resonance with your vortex, resonance with who you really are and who you have really become as a result of this life experience. So friends, we hope that you understand now more than ever that it's so important to care about how you feel and know how you feel and own how you feel, because the thing is, law of attraction is a law. So think about that. A law is unchanging. Law of attraction is not like the algorithms on the internet where people are having to fix them and update them. Law of attraction is fixed. That's where everything is happening. Dreams are turning into reality. Look at the people around you. There's so much disparity in what people are getting, but we know, as a result of understanding this, you now know more than ever. All you have to do is get up to speed with your desire, and getting up to speed with your desire, which is the same thing as calling a success, is more about how you feel about it. It's everything about how you feel about it. It's only about how you feel about it, and nothing at all about getting there, about seeing physical evidence. It's about knowing and letting the knowing be enough. It's about dreaming and allowing the dream to be enough. Like, oh, I just feel good. That's enough for now. That's enough for now. That's enough for now. I just feel good. I just love feeling good. And then let the dreams come. You'll never be bored ever again, because the dreams are going to start flooding in, and you're going to have so much fun in your life experience. Every moment is going to be joy. You're going to be looking at all of this reality through the eyes of your own source, and every moment, you'll see that nature is talking to you. Every moment will yield to you so much more, because this is a reality, and this reality will come out and play with you. There'll be birds that are singing right at the same time as you're thinking a high vibrational thought. There are infinite ways for you to get everywhere you want to go, and you'll start seeing the path as soon as today.